Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching, welcome. This video today is my most recent hauls from Sassy Girl Aroma. I did a Labor Day weekend sale, and then the following week when she combined those two together, I have a couple of orders from that weekend there. So this is quite a bit of brittles at one time for me. I usually try to scale back a little bit, but Julie, as if you're watching this video, you know she has had some mega monster fantastic lists the past few months, and I know a lot of us have been unable to resist. So I want to go ahead and jump right into the wax. I do have some perfumes that I ordered this time. Julie had a Labor Day sale, and I grabbed a couple of my staples that I just had to have. And I just want to go right into my wax. So Sassy Girl Aroma is owned by Julie and Terrell G. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce her last name. I have an idea, but I'm just going to have to ask her, and then I can do that moving forward. From Tomah, Wisconsin. Julie opened up her storefront in Tomah, or wherever it is. I'm not sure. I think it's Tomah. Yeah, her business card here I'm looking at. She opened up her storefront several months back, and if you're lucky enough to be in the Wisconsin area and have stopped by, I'm so jealous. If I was able to go, I would be there probably every damn day, if I'm being honest, and Julie would kick me out of her store. So, with her new storefront, she has a little bit different aesthetics for the way that her little perfumes come, and I have several bottles of her larger perfumes, like a lot of us have, and I love these little bottles here because they're inexpensive, and it's a great way to try a scent out, to really see, depending on how much you spray and if you respray yourself throughout the day. I tend not to do that myself, but these you can get a dozen or so times out of, maybe more than that. This particular blend here is Godfather, which is her version of Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille, which is one of my top fragrances, and I've had this several times. I don't know why, I just don't buy a big bottle of it. I just haven't, but I really like these because if I want to stick it in my handbag, I can. If I want to travel with this, I can put it in my travel toiletry kit. I really like that she offers these. So I'm going to start out with the perfumes, obviously, but I want to show, this is her new business card. If you have ordered previous to this order here, her business card was a little bit different, rounded corners and such, but I don't know if she's working on changing her labels or just her perfumes or what she's doing, but the black and gold seems to be a trend with the perfumes, at least. I know last year, Julie went back and forth with a lot of her wax labels, and I don't know if she's going to be changing that too. I do know that she's having some issues with either the boxes or some of the labels for the perfumes. I think that's what she said in the Facebook group. But this is her new business card. On the back here, we have the phone number, the storefront address, and her social information down here. So these little perfumes here, they come in these cute little boxes, and the box opens like this with the lid, and I believe there's a magnet in here. Maybe there isn't. Maybe there isn't. I'm not sure. Maybe there is. I'm not sure. But on the back here, we have, on the ends here, the little insignia here, and it just says, warning, do not inhale, swallow, spray on open cuts or in eyes, and keep away from children and pets. Be kind, be decent, generous, tolerant, compassionate, and understanding. Be fast to praise and slow to judge. Always remember we're all human, and never to be one to cast the first stone. I like that she has the little inspirational messages on her packaging. She also does the same on her wax. So the open up the fragrance here. We have the Sassy Girl Aroma logo up here, and this is a harder type of foam that this is encased in. So this travels really well. Previous to these, and it's in my Sassy Girl Aroma hauls, I have failed to really talk about some of the perfumes that I received with each order. I bought 4 of these earlier this summer, and they came in boxes that were pink and black. If you have purchased these, you know what I'm talking about. They're the boxes that just, hold this in there. I really like that this has some protection with travel, with shipping and such. And you can even put this down in your purse. You could put this in your travel bag. You know, you don't even have to take it out of that case, in my opinion. You can just keep it right in here. So, as I said, Godfather is Julie's version of Tobacco Vanille. Tobacco Vanille is such an exquisite, delicious fragrance, in my opinion. I have used 2 of these. This is my 3rd. The next one I purchase is going to be the big bottle because I wear this quite a bit. This and another one I purchased tonight are my 2 top fragrances. But you know, it's funny. I have a lot of fragrances in my life. And I even think maybe the spray is the same. The top is the same here. I know Julie's worked really, really hard on her fragrance packaging and her sprays and her bottles, you know, everything. She's just trying to make it perfect. And I appreciate that detail and that quality that goes into it. Godfather is such a good fragrance. I'm pretty sure, I believe it's a unisex fragrance, but it's smoky, it's addictive, it's a sexy vanilla, but it's got more to it. It has that little rich tobacco to it, and I love my tobacco stuff, yes, but I also tend to gravitate towards more earthy, woodsy, sexy, sensual fragrances just throughout my life. I have a lot of fragrances in my life, but Godfather and this next one I'm going to talk about are 2 of my top ones. The next one, let's see which one I pick up here. If this is my other favorite fragrance. Yes, this is. This one, if you know me, you might be able to guess what this one is. This is Angel's Touch. Angel's Touch, which is, of course, Angel's Share. I believe it's by Killian, or however you pronounce that, I'm not sure. Angel's Touch. It has oak, praline, and cognac in it, and it's one of the most sophisticated sexy fragrances on the planet. I go between Tobacco Vanille and Angel Share all the time. Even though I do have other fragrances in my life, I typically always have one of these on, you know, at least 3 days, 4 days out of the week, and then the other several days spread the love throughout my other perfumes. This one I will always have. I also should buy a large bottle of this one because I do love this. It's my favorite fragrance. These 2 are tied. And the last one I grabbed for the perfumes, or for this sale, I have more perfumes coming with my future orders from my future pre-orders I have outstanding from Julie. This is Penthouse. Now this one is the dupe for, I don't remember the brand name, but it's Bibliotech. Either Bibliotech is the name, or that is the fragrance name, not necessarily who makes it. I'm not sure, but it's Bibliotech. This is also a sophisticated as hell fragrance. It's in a lot of rich elite homes. It is very, very hard to describe. It's Penthouse. This is also offered in wax, so those of you that have that brittle in your collection, it's really hard to describe, but it's addictive. It's classy. It is just something about it just makes you go back and sniff for more, and then open it up, sniff again. You know what I mean. We do that with a lot of our blends. So these are the 3 fragrances I chose to purchase during that sale. 3 of my staples. This is the first time I actually grabbed Penthouse and fragrance. I've had these other 2, of course, so I am anxious to start using my Penthouse. So next, let's go into the wax. So a lot of these, in fact, most of these are probably new to me, except for a couple. I'm just going to go right on in and jump right in, head first, with Apple Butter Delight. Apple Butter Delight. This one has sold out several times that Julie's offered it. She's offered it off and on, but it seems like just since fall happened for the last couple of months, fall blends being offered and whatnot, everybody is just gravitating to this one and everything fall. I mean, scents are selling out left and right during Julie's pre-orders. I know myself, I have 14 orders open throughout various vendors, and because it's my favorite time of year. And I told myself at the beginning of the season, Ashley, use what you have, restock next fall, it'll be okay. But did I listen? No, I didn't. I kept going and going and going and going. But it's really hard to resist Sassy Girl Aroma because This is my favorite vendor. This is my favorite vendor. It captured my heart 2.5 years ago. It's not letting go. This wax performs the best in my home. It is so dependable. It's reliable. The oils are high quality. The throw is fantastic no matter what warmer I have it in. Hot plate, Accord, tea light. Those are the 3 kinds I have throughout my home. This wax never lets me down. I've had a handful, I can count on one hand, of duds that I've had from Julie's wax. And if you watch the history of on my channel of Sassy Girl videos, you know I've had quite a few in my experience with Sassy Girl. I did a Sassy Girl collection, my entire collection video, right after I started my channel. It'll be 2 years in November. My channel will turn 2. I did a collection video back then, and I'm actually thinking about, after I get all of these orders in, for the most part, I mean, I might have a couple of orders that are outstanding, but if I'm able to do another Sassy Girl collection video, I'm wanting to do that before the end of the year, or maybe I'll do that in January, but I do want to do another collection video of Sassy Girl, because I know there are a lot of you out there who really like collection videos, and I feel Sassy Girl, being my top vendor, will be a great one for me to do collection videos. I haven't done a collection video since last fall, when I did all of my fall vendor collection videos. So that's what I want to do. Apple Butter Delight. Back to the wax. This is slow cooked apples, caramelized sugar, brown butter, steamed milk, and creamy caramel. This is everything a caramel apple blend wants to be when it grows up. I bought 2 of these actually. I did my first order, and then I was thinking, why did you not order more Apple Butter Delight? Because I knew I would love it, because it's just these notes here: caramelized sugar, brown butter, steamed milk, creamy apples, caramel. I mean, I am a sucker for caramel apple blends. And it's so good too. It's a quality, high-class caramel apple. If high-class caramel apple exists, you know, there are caramel apple companies like, you know, big, like Mrs. Prindables, which I'm watching QVC for the today's special value for Mrs. Prindables apples. She has delicious Granny Smith caramel covered apples. This is what it smells like to me. It's just that crisp Granny Smith, thick, ooey gooey caramel with any topping on the outside you can think of. Peanuts, pecans, just extra caramel bits, chocolate, anything you want to name. This is at the heart of it all, this caramel apple. So if you haven't grabbed this and you like these notes, give this one a try next time. This is so good. I can't wait to get this melting. If this is offered in a loaf, yep, this one will buy a loaf, because I'm trying not to buy loaves in my life. But this is one I melt caramel apple all year. I mean, who doesn't love the smell of caramel apple? I know there are some out there that don't like caramel apple, but I think for the most part, it's a welcoming, fresh fragrance. Who doesn't love apple pie kind of a thing? So this is Apple Butter Delight. Next in the lineup, this is one I've had many, many, many times and will always have in my collection, is IHOP. IHOP. This is pecan, pumpkin, maple syrup, and brown sugar, caramel, and coffee. This is ooey gooey also. This one is poured all year long, so don't worry about it just being a fall scent. This is a warm cup of coffee, a maple sticky bun with pecans with a little bit of creamy caramel, not spice, just creamy caramel, a sticky bun, and a hot cup of coffee with a little bit of extra caramel or even caramel macchiato creamer in your coffee. That's what this smells like. This is one of Julie's top blends, in my opinion. It's one of my top blends with Julie. I'm a coffee wax lover, and I know there are a lot of you out there that are, and a lot of you that aren't. I feel that even if you don't really like coffee, you know, whether coffee is skunky to you or strong or bitter smelling, I really feel that this is worthy of a try for those of you that might not necessarily like coffee, because it has caramel, it has pecan, it has that bakery part to it with the coffee. It's a bakery coffee. It's not just straight coffee bean or coffee house or you know, whatever other coffee oils that are out there. Espresso, it's not straight coffee. IHOP has my heart. It's not letting go. Okay, let's see if there's any more in here that are repeat purchases. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, more than I thought. Okay, about half I've had before. All right, next one. Now this one. Best Christmas. Best Christmas. This is the dupe, the true dupe for A Perfect Christmas from Bath & Body Works. I know there were probably several of us who asked Julie to dupe this, but I know I asked her many times, even in the first year of melting her wax, Julie, can you please have A Perfect Christmas duped? And finally one day, I don't know if it was, I think it was early 2022 maybe, she commented back to me, you've asked for this several times. Let me see what I can do. And it took a long time for her magic people, whatever you want to call them, who make her oils for her when she has it shipped off to be duped, came back with this. And I have Perfect Christmas in my home every year. In fact, I have probably 17 candles of A Perfect Christmas in my candle closet behind me on the right. I melt that, burn that, melt it in wax, burn it in candle all year round. It's simple. Very, very simple. Fresh pine needles, sweet cinnamon sugar, and roasted marshmallow. It's simple, but it's perfect in my opinion. It's A Perfect Christmas. And I will say that the candle from Bath & Body Works sometimes can be a little bit of a dud. It doesn't burn all that well. But if you put it in a candle crock, if you put it in a warmer, and it warms that whole entire thing up. If you don't have a candle crock, basically what it does is you put it down in the vessel, and it makes it like one giant wax melt, where that candle in its entirety, or however much wax is left in the vessel, will warm up, and that fragrance is released into the air. That's how I use my candles up. However, when Julie presented this, and I bought it, I fell in love. I think I have 6 brittles of this. I have a loaf of this. I always have it. And even though I don't need more of this, I never hesitate to buy this because I use it all the time. And this is such a complimentary scent to so many other scents of the season. You can have this going with apple. In fact, 'Tis the Season is similar in a way with this. It doesn't have the cinnamon sugar in it, but it has pine, it has apple. It's another one of those quintessential holiday fragrances. And I'm not quite sure. I think Julie has 'Tis the Season duped. I'm pretty sure she does. I haven't purchased it in a while. Maybe she doesn't offer it anymore. But that's another one of my favorite fragrances. That melts well with this. Plain pine goes well with this. Even potpourri. You can blend anything with this. I love this. It is the perfect Christmas. It is a comforting scent. It speaks to my soul. It always has. And I thank you, Julie, so much for duping this for all of us. This is a well-loved one, too. Next is, this is one I've already talked about in fragrance. This is Godfather. This is so good. This is tobacco leaf, ginger, spice, tonka bean, and cocoa with a fruity accord. Those are just the top notes that stick out to you. But this is, it captures you. It has that tobacco essence. It has a little bit of spiciness, but not hot cinnamon, not even cinnamon. It's got a little bit of something in it. It captivates you. It sucks you in. It makes you want more and more and more of it. I mean, Tom Ford has amazing fragrances. His fragrances are expensive. You have Lost Cherry, you have Tobacco Vanille, you have Effing Fabulous, you have all those. And he is a fantastic designer. He's out of my price house, but that doesn't matter. He still deserves the respect with the perfumes that he has produced for the world. I am so happy that we are able to have this in our home because I love this. I love this fragrance. If this is something that's out of your wheelhouse and it's a wild card for you, I really encourage you to give this one a try because even even people who don't necessarily like these scents here and they've smelled it, they're like, man, that actually is really good. I really like that scent. You know, you just have to try. And this is a really good one to try. I love the aesthetic of this. I love the coloring she chose. A little bit of that taupe. I think that's navy, taupe and navy and cream together are beautiful together. I love, 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 love this one. Love this one. Next is Sunny Days Ahead. Sunny Days Ahead is a fantastic gingerbread blend. This is lemon, graham crackers, nutmeg, spice, vanilla, and gingerbread. So we're coming up on the gingerbread season, guys. I have made gingerbread, ginger snaps, ginger cookies almost every year for the last 15 years, I would say, except for last year. I didn't bake too much last year. This is such a good one. Gingerbread and lemon go together so well. You wouldn't think they do, but a lot of times gingerbread is mixed with orange, and lemon and oranges are citrus. So naturally, it just accents the spices, the molasses, the ginger, the nutmeg that's in gingerbread. So putting graham crackers, lemon, gingerbread together, this is a fantastic fragrance. I bought one of these before and I melted it. I really believe this smells like lemon curd. I believe the lemon part of this is lemon curd. But then when this warms up, and this blossoms when it's warm, put the heat to it and it skyrockets with this gingerbread. This is fantastic. I love lemon blends. I'm especially in love with lemon bakery. This fits everything that I want a lemon bakery blend to be. It is perfect. I love it. Love that one. And that's why I've purchased it twice. And finally, this is a Vegas resort scent. This is my favorite scent next to the Mirage scent. That is Tropical Nectar. This is Spiced Bay. This is my second favorite fragrance of all the resorts in Vegas. This is the dupe to the fragrance that's piped into Mandalay Bay. So damn good. This is coconut, banana, and pineapple concoct this tropical ambiance. There's a little bit of spice in here. That's why it's called Spice Bay. Spice as in a little bit of cinnamon, warm cinnamon, and a little bit of something extra to make it spicy. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it's not scary spicy. It's like, oh, it's spiced rum. If you've had Captain Morgan, those spices in there, that little bit of essence to it. This is Captain Morgan. It's tropical. It doesn't have I don't think there's rum in this, but it's got coconut, it's got banana, it has pineapple. All of that goes great with Captain Morgan. That's the best way I can describe it to you, is the spices it's in spiced rum. So this is so good. It's good all year long. It's especially good in the summertime when it's a little bit hot outside. This is a great Vegas blend. One of my favorite ones, like I said. Next, this pile is all the ones that are new to me. This first one. This one I was talked into this one by a group of friends. This is Sweet Nights. This is a Beach Nights blend. This is sweet lavender, toasted marshmallows, sea salt breeze, and s'mores. The last three of that is Beach Nights. Julie's Beach Nights, I say this every video, I have a Beach Nights blend in. Her Beach Nights is my favorite in the wax industry. It is quality, it's fantastic. It really captures what Beach Nights is supposed to be. Beach Nights can be blended with a shoe and it would smell good if Julie's making it. That's what I like to say. She's really, really, really good at blending her Beach Nights with things. So I've never had Sweet Nights. This is just lavender and Beach Nights. And let's see what this one's about. I like this because it's sweet lavender, not herbal, not medicinal, not that type of lavender. And I wouldn't even quite say it's Bedtime Baby, which is lavender and chamomile. Or chamomile. I wouldn't say it's quite that. It's just, it has a little bit of sweetness to it, but the integrity of the Beach Nights is still there. This is going to be gorgeous on warm. I know it is. Oh, that's fantastic. I thank you to those of you that recommended I buy this. So the next one, this is Strong Warrior. If you know me, you know why I grabbed this one. This is saffron, amber, frankincense, caramel, apple, myrrh, and rose. So I love rose blends. I love saffron. I love amber. I love everything in here. So I thought, oh, let's try this one on for size and see what this one can do. So this one, oh, the saffron, the frankincense, a little bit of that rose in the background. This smells sophisticated. This smells like, oh, I don't even know how to describe it. It smells like money. It smells rich, sophisticated, almost like a cigar lounge, but without the tobacco. You know, those sophisticated men in their Hugh Hefner Playboy jackets in a high-end resort, smoking their cigars, you know, when the ladies are off powdering their nose, kind of a thing. This is what that reminds me of. This, man, is that good. I'm not getting any apple, not getting any caramel, but caramel and tobacco, even though tobacco isn't in here, it plays well with all of these notes in here. Caramel goes well with deeper, woodsy, earthy blends, in my opinion. The saffron, the frankincense, those types of scents. This is so good. It's not floral. It's got a little bit of rose in the back end of your sniff. It's there. But this one here is, oh, so happy I got that one. Strong warrior, He-Man, masculine. Yes, that's what that one smells like. Another rose one. This is Crystal Rose. This is one, if you remember briefly, Julie had posted a bunch of pictures in her group and said, if you want any of these, claim me. These were in her storefront. This is one I claimed because this one is one that she doesn't pour very much. And I had to grab it. This is Water Flowers Peony. I love peony. Peony, if I'm going to melt a floral, peony and rose are the two that I gravitate to. Peony is just so beautiful and delicate, in my opinion. Water Flowers Peony, Turkish Rose, pear, lychee, and a bed of white musk and vetiver. So Turkish Rose, the Body Shop had a Turkish Rose line. I don't even know if they have it anymore. I haven't been into the Body Shop in years, but they had a Turkish Rose, and I had it in their hand cream in the metal tube. I loved it. Oh, it's such a pretty fragrance. So I saw when this was Turkish Rose, I thought, oh, Turkish Rose, it's rose, but it's got a little bit of something extra to it to make it creamier, in my opinion, at least to my nose. So this one here, I had to grab. So this is beautiful. Oh, this is beautiful. You have to like roses, though. So I will preface this. You have to like roses. You have to like floral. Peony and rose together with a little bit of the water flower. Pear. Not getting too much pear, but there's creaminess to this. This is a beautiful, beautiful floral. I can tell this is going to be strong. This probably could only just use one square and you'll be fine. I usually use 2 squares per use when I'm melting my Sassy Girl wax. But that one is quite strong, and these are my favorite colors. I love pink. I love this. This is so beautiful. Ugh. Coming down to the end here. This next one here is right up my alley. This is A Son's First Hero. I wasn't going to buy this, but I thought, it's tobacco, Ashley. You've got to buy it. This is tobacco leaves, patchouli, leather, and tonka bean. Love tonka bean. Tonka bean is so well used in the perfume industry, in the home fragrance industry, and stuff for our body. Bath & Body Works uses it. It's in a lot of stuff. You wouldn't even think tonka bean is in there, but it gives it something. You would know if it's not in there. Tonka bean, I love anything with tonka bean. So that was another one that sold me on here. All you really need to have is tobacco in a blend, and I'll try it because I love, 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 love tobacco blends. Patchouli and leather. So I've talked about leather before on my channel, and leather can go south very quickly. Those of you that have smelled leather and wax know what I mean. It can get that almost astringent, burning feeling to the nose. I've had a really strong blend out there from Destination Wax called Rose of the Cimarron. I think that's how you say that word. That is so strong. Leather to the nose. It just knocked me down. Like, I keep it. I still have it. I bought it in 2020. It was my very first purchase of vendor wax, was Destination Wax. I keep that scent shot cup, and it smells just as strong as it did the day it was poured. So I keep that. Whenever I think I'm going to try leather again, I pull that out and I sniff it and see if I can handle it. So whenever I saw leather in this blend, I thought, there's tobacco, there's patchouli, and there's tonka bean in here. There's going to be enough in here to tone that leather down to where it's not going to make me sick. So this one here, it has patchouli, but it's not incensey patchouli. It's softer, sweeter patchouli. And you have the tobacco leaves, but you do have the leather that's mixed in there. This is supposed to smell like your dad when you're, I'm thinking like when my parents were little and their parents, those times where almost everybody smoked or had cigars, and they just, you know, had that smell on them. And I think that's what this is supposed to be like, because it smells masculine, but not cologne. But it's different. I like this one. It's not too heavy in the tobacco, but the tobacco is there as a part. I would say the blend of the patchouli and the leather are the most dominant with this one here. Next is Young Frankenstein. Young Frankenstein, these notes are wild berries, cream, zucchini bread, sweet cherries, coconut, and creamy vanilla. This one to me is similar to Mixing Bowl. Mixing Bowl has wild berry mousse in it. So I thought the rest of the notes are very similar. So I wanted to try Young Frankenstein. This one, oh, is that good? I love wild berry. I love wild berry mousse. I love everything that's in here. So to compare this, if you have Mixing Bowl at home, Mixing Bowl is very heavy in the wild berry mousse. You know what I mean if you have that scent. I love it. I've blown through my brittle. I'm out. I really need some more Mixing Bowl. This here is, I get the cherry and the vanilla and the coconut, which I don't know if it's serendipity or she just chose to put those individual oils in this blend. Not sure. But this here, it smells so good. It has that wild berry in it, not mousse, wild berry in it. And zucchini bread with that serendipity-esque mixture to it. I like this. This is great. On cold, I probably am drawn a little bit more to Mixing Bowl just because I love wild berry mousse, but this is like very, very similar. This is a cousin to wild berry mousse. And finally, my last one is Guest House. Guest House is Courtney Cox's Home Court. This is the dupe for that. These notes are cedar wood smoke, sweet cardamom, cinnamon, and white leather. So Courtney Cox, Monica for Friends, she has a home fragrance line, and whatever else she has, I don't even know everything she has, I just know Home Court. So this here, you have leather. The leather is there, but it's not the leather I was trying to describe. That's the off-putting, really, really strong leather. We have cedar in her also, cardamom, a little bit of smokiness. That smoke is there. That cedar wood smoke. That's true. That really is smoky to it. This is similar to Penthouse. If you have Penthouse at home, Bibliothèque. This is similar. They're not the same, but you know, you smell it and you're like, oh my God, is that good? That's what this is like, but it's Penthouse with a little bit of smoke added to it and a little bit of leather. It's very similar to my nose. So I really like that. I was going to buy, this was offered again in one of my outstanding orders one of those times, and I was going to buy another one, but I decided not to, and now I wish I did. But it'll come back. Okay, here are my two little samples I got today. This first one is cranberry sugared cider. This one. This is so good. This is sweet cranberry with a little bit of cider. It's not mulled cider to my nose. It's not even apple cider. It's just cranberry cider. I love a good cranberry scent. Whether it's a tart cranberry or a sweet cranberry, I'm there for it. I love all cranberry. I would buy this when it's offered. That's very, very good. Love that. Cranberry lovers will love that. And my last one here is Dunk Tank. Not quite sure what's in Dunk Tank. And I'm not good with cold sniffing unless it's absolutely obvious. Not quite sure what this one's about. It doesn't, let's see. Oh, it smells. I don't quite know what I'm smelling, but I really, really like it. So that one, it's hard to describe. So I'll save you guys the agony that I'm trying to put this into words. So that's my most recent haul from Sassy Girl Aroma. So if you watch my channel regularly, I have quite a few more hauls that are slowly coming in from my outstanding orders, not with Sassy Girl Aroma, but just other vendors. So hope you guys, tomorrow is Wednesday. If you're watching this in the morning, it's already Wednesday. So hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the week, and I'll see you soon.